I promise I will get this right one day with this Periscope and jumping on. Hey everyone, Annette, Clarissa, Jessica, Marissa, my Reckless Bliss. Ooh, I love your username. I like that. Naomi, Rachel, Nika, Danica, awesome. Hey guys, I would love some hearts today because I am slacking in the heart department. Do you love my glasses? Thank you. Yes, you know what? I like my glasses too. What I don't like is this glare. I'm sure you guys can see it. I'm just trying to like be as close as possible so that I don't get a huge glare so you can actually see my face. Hey Nika. Um, and also I have really bad vision with the sun, so I need sunglasses. So I'll wear my contacts if it's really sunny out. But it's pretty shitty out today. It's been storming and thunderstorming and lightning and all kinds of crazy stuff this morning, so got the glasses on. Naomi says, dude, you're reading my mind. I have a first draft post to be going out about the inner circle. Oh no. Oh, about quitting your job. Okay. You scared me for a little, Naomi. I look so radiant. Thank you, Tatiana. Guys, I'm like bumming it today, so that's awesome. I guess you don't have to get all dolled up for Periscope. I was actually just having this conversation yesterday with somebody, one of the guys. I don't know if you guys follow him. His name is Zach Spuckler. He's pretty cool. And I was just like, guys have it so easy on Periscope, right? Because they don't have to do anything. They don't have to get pretty. They don't have to do their hair. Like, they literally can roll out of bed and be on Periscope, where, you want to look nice and presentable. I mean, this is going to be uploaded to, my other social media channels and my YouTube. I've actually been playing around all morning on how you can record your Periscope with the hearts and the chat. So I've been playing around with a couple different options, and I think I found one that I like. So once I perfect that, I'll probably do a Periscope to show you guys what to do. Oh, Zach is on now. He's a sweetheart. All right. So today what I want to talk about is something that's been coming up so much lately that I really, I just have to bring it up. I have to be real. Hi, Trevoran. I have to bring it up because it's just been coming up so much. And I feel like, that entrepreneurship has been very glorified. I feel like a lot of people from Canada. Awesome. I'll be going to Toronto soon. Whereabouts in Canada are you from? And I feel like entrepreneurship has been... Yeah, Courtney, I'm going to see you at the event, hopefully. Once I plan it. It's been glorified. I think people, see entrepreneurship. They see the potential to make money and to connect with people. And they don't really see the behind the scenes stuff. And so they come in and they think that it's easy. And it really isn't. So I want to be here today, and I want to be here to let you guys know the realness of it, and that it's not all glitz and glam and money and vacations and all of that stuff, but it's really hard work, and there's going to be times where you want to quit. Or there are also going to be times where, maybe you start to make a little bit of money and you want to quit your actual day job, the job that you're working right now. And I want to let you guys know that, there's 3 things that I want to talk about today that I feel like you need before you decide to quit your day job. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a day job or a bridge job, whatever you want to call it, to fund your business, because it costs money to have a business. Hey, Carrie says, heck yes, not all rainbows and butterflies. It's rainbows and hearts on Periscope. Give me some hearts. I want some pretty hearts. Oh, Trev says he's following me. Let's see. All right, following you. Cool. So I just want to talk about those 3 things today. And I also want to tell you, Courtney says, I quit my day job last week. Oops, betcha I don't have these 3 things. I nearly quit on this too. I have quit the job and made it really hard for myself. Yes, exactly, Tatiana. And that's the thing, is that when you go into this, like, you don't want to have that desperation. Like, you want to make sure that you have savings or you have some sort of cushion, to be able to fund this, because it costs money to run a business. Like, even if you're bootstrapping, even if you're, doing a lot of stuff you're on your own, and you are, just DIYing a lot of this stuff, it still costs money. You have to, maintain your website. You have to have your schedulers. You have to have your email service providers. You have to continue in education and mentoring in order to support that. What about personal trainer on your own? What do you mean by that? Are there enough time to commit to both day and business? Absolutely. And this is something I tell my clients all the time. It's like, I think a lot of us too, Molly says she really likes my glasses. I'm uber serious. I already said that. Not important. Ignore me. I would never ignore you. But if you don't have these things in place and you come from a place of desperation, that means you can't come from a place of service when you are coaching or, providing the services that you provide to your clients. So whether you're a web designer, copywriter, whatever it is that you do online, when you're coming from that desperate place of like, I need money or I need clients, it just doesn't work. People will feel it, they'll know it, and they won't want to hire you, or you just won't be able to attract those people because you're coming from desperation. And exactly, Tatiana, desperation and lack. And people don't like that. They feel that. It's all energy. And the people that you're going to bring into you, they're going to feel that. So let's talk about the 3 things that you should have in place before you quit your job. And I also want to tell you a little story actually before I get into that. When I started making money in my business and I had my first 5-figure month in December of 2014, I was still actually working my regular job. It was just part-time. I was only working about 10 hours a week. So it was literally $600. Reality Spin Doctor says, what's your background experience? I am a coach and consultant for online entrepreneurs. My website is jenscalia.com. You can see what I do there. I was working this job for $600 a month. Like, this is insane. This barely covered my car and my car insurance, but I stayed at the job because I wanted that security, even though I had made the 5 figures. Courtney says, what's your site? It's jenscalia.com. So my username.com. Yes. Thank you, Courtney. I did it because I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure before I just went off and quit my job. Jen says, Jen, you're the best. Thank you. How many hours are you putting in a week at time for both? Well, I'm not working both anymore. I did quit my job, but only after I had these 3 things. Molly says, when you first had your first 5-figure month, did you switch over to business coaching? My first 5-figure month, I was still doing confidence coaching, regular coaching. So that's when I had my first 5-figure month, and then it just went on from there. So that's actually the first thing that I want you guys to know and have before you decide to quit. And that is a steady income. So if you just have one good month, don't rely on that. Not saying that it could be a fluke or anything like that. Oh, you're welcome. I love sharing. Not just saying that it could be a fluke, but just make sure that you're going to have that income every month. So, just because you have a $5,000 or $6,000 month doesn't mean that that's going to happen next month and the month after that and the month after that. So make sure that, as you're building your business, that you are creating this income that you're going to have all the time before you decide to quit. Because if, let's say, you have a good month and you end up spending a bunch of money and then, the next month sucks and you don't sign any clients, then what are you going to do? You're going to go back to the job. You're going to be desperate. You're going to start resenting being an entrepreneur. You're going to start resenting your client. Yes, Boyd Design says you need a lot of money, full pipeline, and a hustle. Exactly. So that's the second thing, actually, is that you have to have a lot of conviction and a lot of guts. Because if you're just doing this because it sounds good and it sounds like something that's, you want to make a lot of money, you want to sit home in your PJs and work, then, it's not going to translate. Like, people really, you really need to be in it to win it. You really need to be in this for the long haul. And even knowing that, whatever you have going on, if you do have a bad month or, something happens, like, you don't quit. You keep going and you keep pushing and you keep pushing forward. It needs to be something you love. Absolutely, Courtney. I love that you brought that up because actually earlier today when I was in the shower, I was thinking about it, and I have worked with hundreds of women, literally hundreds of women, in their businesses, whether it was, people that are just in my membership site program, my working people one-on-one, doing free calls. I've worked with probably about two or 300 women in their businesses, and I have, my ideal client who I want to work with has evolved, because I realized that I don't want to work with somebody who just sees this as an opportunity and wants to just start it but they have no passion behind it. So in my head, I thought, what I want to work with is passion-based businesses. So it's got to be something that your heart is in, that no matter what, you're not quitting and you're going to keep doing it. And that is the type of person that I want to work with. I don't want to work with a person that just wants to see this as an entrepreneurship is fun and glitz and glam and help me figure out what my, niche is. I feel like, the people that I want to work with, I want them to know what it is that they're passionate about, because that's what's going to drive your business and that's what's going to keep you going. What if it was that you loved but lost the motivation? How do you get back on track? If there's no passion, there's no point. Well, what is it, Tatiana? And why don't you love it anymore? That's another thing that I want to ask you. So this, I feel like, goes back to, resenting your business and what you're doing and your clients because you don't have the money. It is, becoming hard. It's becoming difficult. It's overwhelming. Nika says, yes, part of us staying in alignment and being passionate is working with clients we love. Absolutely. And the more that I work with people, I have a better sense of exactly who it is that I want to work with. And I'm really, really, really appreciative of that. And then the last thing, number 3, so I went over already, you want to have a steady income, knowing that you're going to have that income every month. Or at least some variation of that income, and at least enough income to cover your bills and your expenses. Even if you have a bad month, you can, recoup and make that money again the next month. The second thing was having conviction and guts to keep on going and having your business really be your passion and something that you just would wake up and do no matter what, and that you're not going to quit. And then the third thing is a knowledge of future expenses and expansion, because I feel like, people will think that they can make like $5,000 or $10,000 a month and that's enough. And then they want a $100,000 business, or they want, to make $50,000 a month. Well, let me tell you something. To have a 6-figure business, you are going to spend a lot of money to get there. Is it a good idea to start small or go all in? I would say start small. If you're still working at another job, start small, and when you're ready, then you can go all in, but just make sure that you are really ready. So back to number 3, which was knowledge of your future expenses and expansion. So just knowing that, for me, I knew that if I was going to have a 6-figure business, I was going to need to hire people out. I needed an OBM. I needed a VA. I needed to continue to invest in myself. I needed to continue with mentorship. So I have been spending a lot of money to get here. And for those of you that missed it, I did have a scope where I talked about, how much money I made and how much money is actually left. And it's like the reality of what it takes to run a business, making that much money. You can't make money without spending money. I agree. And the people that don't agree, I don't know, I think they're a little bit delusional. I think you need, can you say that again, Tatiana? I missed it. Naomi says, what's an OBM? An OBM is an online business manager. So somebody that really has an intimate knowledge of your business. So this is different than a VA. A VA would just be doing tasks. So like my VA, does my stats for me. She sets up my social media. She sends out reminder emails, things like that. But my OBM actually helps me like with a lot of my projects. So when I'm doing launches, payment stuff, client stuff, she is more intricate in my business and like keeping me on track with like my business systems. And she cost me about $1,500 a month, plus my VA. So You Magnificent says, I wondered where it came from, as I was lifted up by it, just questioned my abilities. And I think that sometimes we do doubt ourselves. I actually just scoped yesterday about having doubts and fears and how, it happens to all of us. How did you get a large viewing on this scope video? I don't know. I guess I have a lot of followers. I have about 400 and something followers. Melissa says, I love the scope yesterday. Yes, I'm actually, like I mentioned in the beginning here, I am actually putting all of these on YouTube. So I have come up with a handy dandy way to do this that I don't think most people are doing it this way, where I can record it with the comments and the hearts. You Magnificent says, my way of protecting myself against the pain. Absolutely. I mean, I think we all do that. Nika says, at what point did you move from just having a VA to bringing on a OBM? I actually did it pretty quickly. It took me a long time to get a VA, but now I recommend to my clients, this should be one of the first things. You think you don't have the money to do it, you don't have the time not to do it. So make sure that you are investing in that as well, because they will take off like those little mundane tasks for you. While you are building your business. So I think I hired my VA in January, and then I ended up hiring my OBM in about March or April. And actually what happened was I was doing a launch, and I was looking for a project manager, and that's how, I ended up hiring her. And then I just kept her on because she was able to really keep things on track for me. How much does it cost you not to have a VA? A lot. What does a good OBM go for? Like I said, I pay my OBM about $1,500 a month. I would say their prices are probably about double. Oh, Melissa, can you post that again? I didn't see what you said about the hearts and stuff. I would say an OBM is probably about double the price that you're going to pay for a VA. And they're, like I said, very intimate with your business. They know everything. So you really also have to let go of that control and be able to trust somebody if you're going to hire an OBM. So I want to quickly just talk about the 3 things again that I want you to have before you decide to quit and go full time into entrepreneurship. So give me some hearts, please. I see the hearts are going away. Oh, I see some green and brown. Yay, thank you. So number 1 is to have a steady income, or know that you're going to be making that amount of money or a certain amount of money each month. So that way you don't fall into the desperation, you don't fall into the lack, but you actually have a pipeline of money and clients coming in regularly. The next thing is to have conviction and guts, and know that this is like your passion-based business. This is something that you want to do no matter what happens to you, no matter how bad of a day or a week or a month you have, that you're going to keep going and you're going to keep doing this, so that you don't have to go back to a day job. You can record the scope with hearts and comments, but it takes a roundabout way. Yeah, tech stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I was playing with it all morning, so looks pretty cool what I have so far. So I'll show you guys later on my YouTube. And the third thing is to have a knowledge of your future expenses and expansion, because if you want a big business, if you want a business that's making, $10, $20, $30, $50,000 a month, you have to spend money, point blank. Anybody that says otherwise, don't believe them, because you got to spend the money, not only in your business and upgrading your business, but also getting help, also upgrading yourself, because you want to be the best that you can be. You want to be the best coach that you can be, or service provider. So you want to continue to help, your people. You want to continue to expand and learn more so that you can pass that on to your clients. And it's actually, something that, I mentioned to one of my clients the other day, or actually one of my clients mentioned to me, was that this is why she loves working with me, is because she knows that I am always out there, educating myself. I'm always out there learning more. I'm always out there getting mentorship. So I'm becoming better and better and better. So that is just, a pull to want to continue to work with me. So know that if you want a big business, if you want something that is going to make you lots of income, you're going to have to spend the money. Thanks, Melissa, for telling him how to do that. Or her, sorry. But I guess that's it. Do you guys have any questions? Is anybody here thinking about quitting and doesn't have these 3 things? And how far are you into your business? I was about 2 years into my business before I quit my part-time job. And like I mentioned, it was only after I had made my first 5-figure month, which was about $12,000. And then from there, it just grew and grew and grew. Courtney says, don't have all 3, but I quit. That's totally cool. If you have the other 2, then should be good. Tatiana says, yes, was just talking to my friend about it. Awesome, guys. You have confidence. Well, that's a big thing. You need to have confidence. What do you do, Courtney? I love to hear. We have had our studio for 2 years. I want to quit, don't have any clients. I have conviction and a nest egg. All right. Well, I mean, think about it. Like, if you have savings and that savings can support you, then, then you can put more into your business. So also think about that too. Like, maybe what you can do, and this is what I did. So I didn't fully quit. I just went part-time. So if that's something that you can do, then that will allow you more time to spend in your business so that you can get the clients. So you make businesses run better and smarter. Awesome. I think we have a call set up, Courtney. So we'll be talking soon. I would like to quit my full-time job at the end of the year. And this is something another one of my clients did too. She actually quit her $100,000 corporate job, and she just basically went to like a part-time job that paid pretty well. But she only had to work 2 days a week. So that's another thing that you can do. You can just downgrade. No, not this, Courtney. Oh, I thought it was you. All right. Well, sorry that we didn't get to connect, but maybe when I go to Toronto, we can do that. So anyway, that is it, guys. That is it, guys, for today. And look out for my just driving by to say that you're awesome for giving advice. Thanks, Melissa. We can set it up. Yeah, Courtney, PM me. You're welcome, guys. You're absolutely welcome. And I love to just keep it real. So if you want to stay with the realness on Periscope and find out like what it really is, you're welcome. Find out what it really is and what it takes to be an entrepreneur in this online space and really make it. Follow me, make sure that you're following me, give me lots of hearts, tell your friends about me, whatever you got to do. But thank you guys so much. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention, and this is really easy. I had an interview yesterday with Denise Duffield Thomas, and I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she is the Lucky Bitch. She has a program on money mindset called the Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp, and I had an interview with her yesterday, and we also kept it real on this interview, and I would love for you guys to check it out. It's only about 25 minutes long, and you watched the video. Awesome. So you can just go to my website, jenscalia.com/lucky bitch, and you can watch the interview. She's amazing, very transparent. I absolutely love her. And the interview was just fantastic, and it was amazing. So guys, check that out. Oh, tell peeps if they press 4 fingers on the screen, you get more hearts. Really? And you're welcome, Mandy. Awesome. Yeah, me and Mandy are talking tomorrow. Wait a minute. Go back to that, Molly. Wait, if you press 4 fingers, then you get more hearts? Is that... Now, what about this thing that I heard that you can only give 500 hearts and then the rest of the hearts don't count? Is that true too? I know a couple people were saying that you can't wait to watch the interview. It's awesome. jenscalia.com/lucky bitch. Easy to remember. Who knows anything about this 500 heart limit? Because I'd like to know about that. Because I actually got like over 2,000 hearts. Yeah, what the hell? I know Molly gave me like 2,000 hearts the other day, but only 500 counted. So what do you have to do? You actually have to like log out. A Healthy Style says have an awesome productive day. It only counts 500. Oh shit, I didn't know. I've heard it on Alex Beaton. Yeah, and then you have to, I guess, log out and then log back in to give me more hearts. So very weird. I don't know why they do that. But thank you guys for the amazing hearts today. I had to step up my heart game and step up my Periscope game. So I'm going to try to come on a few times a week and just hit you guys with the realness. So anything you want to hear about, just hit me up. Let me know. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.